AskReddit by Athompson 9866. What was fucking awesome as a kid, but sucks as an adult? Water parks now all I see is piss in the pool and a gaggle of judgmental teens. I went to a water park this year for the first time since I was a kid, now 36, and actually had a fucking blast. Capri Suns for some reason and Mountain Dew is like literally drinking acid water mixed with sharpened thumbtacks. I'm 37 and Capri Suns still rock. Granted, I drink the ones with 20% less sugar now, still tasty though. Teenagers. As a kid, teenagers are the coolest and you cannot wait to be one. As an adult they are just stupid brats. Sometimes when a group of teenagers is walking towards me in the street, I feel just like back when I wasn't a teenager yet and a group of teenagers was walking towards me in the street. Going to the mall. I used to like browsing stores, but now I just want to get what I need and go. I mean, most malls are also depressing vistas of empty storefronts bookended by a department store on life support these days. Deleted. I occasionally forget how old I am. The other day I mentioned to my sister about being 37. She had a confused pause and the conversation went on. Turns out I'm 36. Losing a tooth. Oh yes. Can you imagine running around showing your family, look, I lost a tooth. Doesn't it make me look adorable? And when you are a kid, a lost tooth makes you money $. As an adult, it costs you way more than all the money the tooth fairy ever gave you. Waking up in another place than you fell asleep. Not to get sappy, but I used to love when my dad would carry me into my bed after falling asleep in the car or on the couch. I would wake up when he was carrying but pretend to be asleep. It was such a nice feeling. He walked out on us right after my baby brother was born. My mom became pretty jaded and emotionally distant and would just drag him into bed whenever he fell asleep because she did not feel like carrying him to bed. I used to make it a point to carry him into his crib as gently as 12-year-old me could. Hope the little dude had that feeling too despite being in a broken home. Eating large quantities of candy in a single sitting. Yes. Still tastes great but gives me wicked heartburn. Getting mail. I remember every day begging my parents if I got mail. I had pen pals. I got so excited when something came for me. Now I dread going to the mailbox because all that will be there are bills. Sounds like you need to find more pen pals. Spinning in circles. I try to do that now while holding my little one and I do about 2 spins before I'm lightheaded and dizzy as a drunk. Turning my head too fast makes me dizzy and nauseated lol. The thought of being an adult growing up. Right. So you can do whatever you want to do, right? Lol. The state fair. Especially now that I have to pay for everything. My parents took us to Disney World for a week as kids. I went for 4 days with my husband a few years ago and wanted to go home with how expensive everything was. I went home and thanked my parents for that trip. Getting letters. I wanted to get letters as a child but now I'm happier when I don't see them. Now it's always someone who wants my money. Instead of relatives slipping you a few bucks. People coming to your house to visit and stay a few days. Seriously. I love my friends so much but holy shit I get so anxious having to keep people entertained for more than a night. On that same note however it is great having those friends that you are close enough with to come hang out and just exist next to each other. Staying awake till 2 in the morning as a teen young adult, yay baby the possibilities are endless. Staying awake till 2 in the morning as a 40 something, this is gonna hurt in the morning. My circadian rhythm is set so firmly that I know I'm still gonna wake up at 7 AM no matter how late I try to stay up so I hate staying up past 1 AM. I'm usually in bed by like 9:30 PM these days just cause I'd rather get comfortable and play a game on my phone until I get sleepy. I'm 38 with the sleep schedule of a 4-year-old, but I don't care. MTV. I think the difference between MTV then and now says a lot about the world. Snow day. I either have to take vacation time or make up those hours, and I'm going to spend the whole morning shoveling my damn driveway. Before COVID, my office would close for snow days but pay us anyway. Now we all have the ability to work from home, so no more snow days. No pain. I could fall down, scrap my knee and cry for like 1 minute and then get back up and ride a bike, or play tag or whatever. Now, I fall down. I am staying down and may need life alert. I have to take Advil, put my knee up with ice, and complain to my wife how painful it is for the next week. That is if I am lucky and didn't break the whole thing. As a mountain biker, this really hit home. Falling off of my bike has a whole new set of consequences. Going to McDonald's. As a kid, it was a victory. As an adult, it's defeat and sadness. McShame. Sleeping on the couch. Could easily fit and was sometimes teleported to your room upon waking up. Now, it's just neck and back aches. Summer. When you're a kid, it's 3 months of freedom from school. When you're an adult, you still have to go to work. But now it's sweltering hot and you're sweating your balls off all day, every day. Completely. I hate summer now. I don't even understand why they gave us that for 12 years then took it away. Jumping on a trampoline. I used to love it, but NW if I try it I can actually feel my brain bouncing around in my head. Or you pee yourself. As a kid I never had anxiety because I was too naive to even understand the concept. Now it's all too real. Conversely, I was riddled with anxiety as a kid, still am as an adult, but now I've been to therapy, and it sucked because I also couldn't understand the concept. I thought everyone was like me and would lay awake sobbing silently, terrified the house was going to burn down or a serial killer was going to come kill my parents. Fun times. Being an adult. I remember being in elementary school and looking at the 5th graders like what wise and learned people. I couldn't wait to be so old and wonderful. I'm now 39. I look at 5th graders now and just want to smoosh their cheeks and tell them to never grow up. Staying home on a sick day. As a kid it was a huge victory. Got to stay in bed all day, watch TV, and having a parent tend to your every need. Then as an adult you're just thinking about the work you're gonna have to make up for and how you hope you don't need to go to a doctor. Now there's WFH so you can be sick and still work. Got COVID? Well, we have to get this proposal out today and you have a laptop, right? Having a $100 in your bank account. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Noticed a few upset comments and just wanted to explain a little further. Used $100 because it's a term I thought most users would be aware of. 100 DKK, Danish currency, would be about $13 US. Didn't intend to belittle anyone. Sorry it came off that way. I remember in school when I was like 10 we had to write an essay on how I would spend $1,000 in a day. We all wrote about getting huge houses and fancy limos, buying all the candy in the store and throwing huge parties. The teacher must have laughed so hard. Edit. For anecdote I just remembered. I was part of a Facebook group for London rental properties a few years back, as were some other internationals. This poor guy asked how much to live in London. Someone said can be anywhere from £1k to £2.50k, depending on which area. The guy replied, for how many years? Setting all my G.I. Joes and Transformers up across the living room and playing all afternoon having battles and adventures. My mom always thought it was cute. My wife just thinks it's weird. I miss being able to do that kind of stuff. And I don't mean that anyone prevents me from doing it, it's just that it doesn't feel the same anymore. Staying awake late. I fucking hate it when I have to stay awake after 11 now. And sleepovers, more like crashing at someone's house nowadays. Indoor public swimming pools. As a kid I loved everything about a trip to the local one. As an adult I see how gross they are, especially the changing and poolside areas. Same with water parks. I loved them as a kid and felt like I was in a water wonderland. Now I just see them as dry skin flake pea soup land. Birthdays. This is true. As a kid, the two big events of the year were Christmas and birthdays. Now there's just nothing.